In a series of productive and collaborative visits, distinguished representatives from prominent international organizations paid courtesy calls to the Vice President, aiming to enhance cooperation and shared goals in various critical areas. These visits mark significant milestones in fostering global partnerships and reinforcing commitment towards economic development and food security. One of the visits saw the outgoing representative of the World Food Programme bidding farewell to the Vice President after a successful tenure.
I'm to inform His Excellency Vice President that I am completing my assignment here, and then informing him about also the arrival of my successor. And I thank him for the excellent collaboration, partnership between WFP and the government of the Gambia to tackle the issue of hunger in this country. I arrived here in November 2020. It looks very, short, but for me it was very long. Time flies though. And I arrived in the middle of the COVID. And we have achieved a lot of things, and with the support of Vice President.
The representative expressed gratitude for government's steadfast support, which played a crucial role in addressing food insecurity through impactful collaborations. Simultaneously, the International Monetary Fund Staff Mission Chief, accompanied by the Minister of Finance, C.D. Keita, paid a courtesy call to the Vice President, discussing critical economic challenges and policy recommendations and new programs to ensure sustainable economic growth and stability.
We discussed with him the main macroeconomic developments in the country, including on the fact that we see economic activities recovering after the pandemic. We see that tourism activities rebounding. We see infrastructure is going very well. We see the roads, the road building. It's really kind of big pleasure to see that the road is getting completed. And we see also private construction going on very well. Some challenges that we discussed with him, one of them is the high inflation, more than 17% now. The other one is on the exchange rate that we discussed with him also, some of the policies that can be implemented on exchange rate. And we discussed with him also on budget execution. And lastly, we exchanged views on the next steps, which means the fact that the government of the Gambia requested a new program with the IMF. And we are delighted to work together with the Gambian government to design and to put in place that new program, which is a program of the government and supported by the IMF.
Both sides acknowledge the positive impact of their collaborative efforts on the country's economic landscape. The Minister of Finance expressed a firm commitment to further strengthen the partnership, focusing on priority areas to foster a favorable business environment and attract investment.
We are pleased with our engagement and our collaboration with the fund. As the task manager has mentioned, Division Chief has mentioned, they are here to report to His Excellency the Vice President on the successful completion of the program, which is one of a kind, and as such to take stock of lessons learned and also have conversation with the stakeholders on the design of a new Gambian-led program, which will be supported by the fund.
Looking ahead, these visits set the stage for increased collaboration, innovation and collective action as the Vice President's office and international organizations strive to build a brighter and more prosperous future through joint efforts. Aminata Sanyang, GRTS.